Network to give us the platform to actually present this insightful topic of working with purpose and mindfulness. It's very interesting, but not much talked about topic at work most of the times. So I really want to welcome and thanks everyone who have joined us today from all over the world, whether it is morning or pretty late in the evening. Thanks for giving us your time for this. So let me quickly introduce myself. Marco did a great introduction, so I can cut it short. But I am actually Prerna. So Prerna Mahajan, and I am the Chief Executive at California Department of Social Services, which is a very purpose-driven organization to help the needy kids and families in the state of California, which is the fourth largest economy in the world. A little bit about my career journey. I started with my career with big IT consulting firms, growing through the ranks fairly quickly. But the why behind my work was always missing. So, with my passion for public service and purpose to serve, I actually made a switch to public sector after working in big IT consulting firms for almost 15 years. Like Margot said, I love to mentor and coach people, raise awareness on well-being topics, where actually I was asked to attend one of Oprah Winfrey shows about gratitude. And I also run a foundation with my two young kids, Meeraan and LeanIn, to raise awareness on how kids and families can make a difference in the world. I'm a yoga and meditation practitioner, and my purpose is to serve and empower others to live their best lives. And I have with me today Divya Venugopalan. Divya, would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure. A very warm welcome to all of you here today. I am Divya Venugopalan, the Portfolio and Project Manager at California Department of Social Services. I have been with the state for 4 years, and I work with Prerna. Prerna is also my mentor. I truly cherish our spiritual conversations and the insight they bring to both my personal and professional life. In general, I'm passionate about simplifying life so that I can spend more time with my family and do more purposeful work. In my free time, I enjoy cooking with my kids, and I'm also a proud fellow Toastmaster who values effective communication. Now, let's start with a question why we've come today. Do you know what your purpose is and what it is? Please share us your thoughts in chat. And I'll give us all a minute so that, we can see what comes up.
You know what? Don't feel ashamed if you don't know the purpose. Actually, only 25% of adults report having a clear sense of purpose. So it's okay if you don't know it, but we hope that at the end of today's presentation, you can learn how to find that purpose and lead a very purposeful and mindful life. I do see something. Become a more conscious person. That's amazing. Yes.
Yes. Why is this sudden rise in what is purpose? Why is this sudden urge with our generation of people to live purposely? There's a mass people quitting, but what is it causing this? Well, what happened was around COVID-19 pandemic, it sort of forced us to reflect on what truly matters to us. In fact, in a study by McKinsey has shown that almost half of Americans are considering a career change due to pandemic's impact. It is common for people to contemplate their purpose in life, especially during the times of crisis. The search for purpose and meaning can give a sense of direction and fulfillment. These extraordinary times have caused us to rethink and reassess our priorities, values, and goals. Some people find their purpose early on, and most people, like me, take a longer time to discover it. And if you are reflecting on your purpose, you should know that you're not alone. Many of us feel we have a purpose in life, even if you're not sure what exactly it is. And as you can see in the survey, only 65% of them could clearly state their purpose.
And Nivea, this is so relatable. Actually, I am seeing now some chats coming. Some people have quoted they would like to be happy, to help others, to be leaders, introduce more women in tech and parenting. Yes, we can all totally relate to that. And being a millennial myself, the purpose has become like a hot topic these days. It is the core for what I do. So I know 75% of millennials are desperately seeking meaning and purpose in life. And even younger generations to enter the workforce now, like Gen Zs, are called the purpose generation. So let's talk about what is purpose. What I would like to ask you is look back in your life and see the patterns in your life that truly speaks about what you like to do and what are your true core values. Was there an aha moment in your life that you recall where you were like, oh, this is it, this is what I love to do? Or there has been a constant theme in your life which is persistent from childhood to now? So like for example, like for Divya, she loves to organize and simplify everything around her, but you can have a knack of creativity where whether it is painting or crafts or just decorating your room, right? Let me share my story. So while growing up, even as a small kid, I remember my grandparents and parents used to ask me to serve the poor with food on my birthday, and I used to just love it. I mean, I used to look forward to the celebrations, but more than that, I used to love to serve the poor with the food. And while growing up, I was always fascinated by nuns to do selfless service. And Mother Teresa was one of my role models. So I always wanted to become a nun when I was a kid. But of course, life sometimes have different plans for you. But the thing is, the pattern remains the same throughout, which is my ability to serve. And I remember when I was in the second grade and there was an annual function, and I heard the song by Michael Jackson, Heal the World. And oh my God, it really touched my heart and brought tears in the middle of this big auditorium. And I think that awakened my inner calling, even as a child, to heal and make the world a better place. So the purpose is your inner calling, that beautiful inner spark that drives you forward in the direction of your greatest dreams.
And like you see, you just heard Prerna was able to find her purpose pretty early on in her life. But everyone's purpose is different and unique to them. And it is important to take time to explore and reflect on what you really want. In his book, Start with a Why, Simon Sinek suggests that it is the first step to find your purpose is to ask why. And the best way to uncover your strengths and purpose is to ask your friends rather than asking your partner or family members. It helps you get more objective perspective on your strengths and talents. And once you are aware of your purpose, you want to make sure you stay on track. If your goal is to be kind, start with each task which is kindness related. Completely immerse yourself in your intention with body, mind, and soul. Think of it like planting a seed of good intention. You can't just plant a seed and leave it on to grow on its own. You have to water it, remove the weeds that stand in its way, and check to see if it's growing in a suitable environment. In other words, you have to be the gardener of the seeds you sow. Now, what is mindfulness? Mindfulness is a state achieved by focusing your awareness on the present moment while calmly acknowledging and accepting your feelings, thoughts, and bodily sensations. It is a way of being fully present and engaged in whatever you're doing without being distracted by external or internal distraction. And the bestest way to learn how to be present is to watch your toddlers. Have you watched your children eat their favorite fruit? It is a pure joy. Young children have a unique ability to be present and live in the moment and fully immerse themselves into whatever they are doing. This is something we can learn from them and to appreciate the simple pleasures of life and to be mindful of our surroundings. The taste of strawberries or the simple joy of watching early morning sunrise can bring us joy and help us stay grounded in our present.
So true, Divya. And in this VUCA world that we live in, the chaos and overwhelm is everywhere. Most of us are juggling a lot, whether it is at work or at home or both. And we are striving to thrive in all areas. Actually, according to the 2021 Gallup survey, employee stress is at a new all time high, and people are really burned out. And our mind is constantly running with the noise outside and inside. And we have lost the sense of just being because we are busy doing so much and checking it off, from our to do list, all these things. So, mindfulness helps you to turn off these noises so that you can listen to your inner calling and focus on what matters the most to you. Now, I totally understand being a mother, trying to juggle it all. It can be challenging to practice mindfulness in the day to day life. I mean, we all have full schedules with family, work, social commitments. We have so many distractions, especially with the social media era. We have to check our LinkedIn's and Instas and Facebook and be on top of everything. And then, as humans, we are resistant to change. It's difficult to adopt new habits and find time for such new habits. So my request today is for you to find 5 or 10 minutes, or even if it is 2 minutes in a day, doesn't matter, morning, afternoon, or evening. Just find that time during your day to start a mindfulness practice. And during that time, whether it is in morning, afternoon, or evening, try to turn off the noise by focusing on the breath. Or what you can do is you can start journaling your thoughts. If you're commuting to work, then what you can start doing is just start observing the beauty or something new every day when you're driving on the same road. Or if you're just enjoying that morning cup of coffee, just totally immerse yourself in that taste. Now, what you'll notice is that your thoughts are still coming, but slowly acknowledge them and let go of those thoughts as they arise and go back to attending to your breath. So, what does that do? By doing so, this will allow you to start your day afresh, and it will also help you to let go of the stresses of the day so you can be fully present with yourself, your friends, and family. So, let's talk about some of the benefits here. So, we all know practicing purpose and mindfulness can have a wide range of benefits that can help you live a more fulfilling and satisfying life. It gives you a perspective to take a step back and look at the bigger picture. But also know that the results are going to be gradual, not instant, because change takes time. So some of the ones that I'm going to call out, there are many. Yeah, I am a true example of these benefits. It definitely enhances your creativity and innovation. So what it helps you is to tap to your inner creative potential, which helps you to generate new ideas. It also helps with improved communication and collaboration because now you will be able to clearly communicate your goals and expectations to your colleagues and your bosses. And more so, it can help you to be more attentive and empathetic in your day to day interactions. And last but not the least, that we are all thriving for is better work life fit or integration. What it helps you to do is it helps you to prioritize your time and energy on things that you would like to focus on, allowing you to achieve a better balance between your work and personal life. And this can also lead to reduced stress and overall well being.
Yes. Now, let's see why all these companies, such as Google, Aetna, and state agencies such as California Department of Social Services, adopting training programs for mindfulness and working with purpose. It has been found that such trainings can help employees reduce stress, improve emotional regulation, and enhance their overall well being, which helps them increase their job satisfaction and productivity. And the best part about having such program, I believe, is enhanced culture. It creates a culture that values employees' well-being, collaboration, and purposeful work. This can help retain and attract top talent and enhance companies' reputation. And investing in these programs, companies can create a more positive and a productive work environment that supports both individual and organizational success.
And when we talk about living purposeful life, we often think about, many people. Like Oprah Winfrey is a great example. But I would like to talk about Jay Shetty. He's a former monk who turned into a motivational speaker and author who inspires millions of people around the world. And his purpose was very simple. It was to make wisdom go viral. So what he did, he started creating motivational social media videos during his spare time with his full-time job. And those videos actually went viral. So now he is leading a very purposeful life and hosting a lot of podcasts and shows with the celebrities around the world.
And the other person, other commoner, Carol Fishman Cohen, at the age of 50, faced several challenges when trying to re enter the workforce after a career break due to age discrimination and lack of opportunities. However, she did not let these challenges stop her and instead used them as a motivation to create change. She founded the I Relaunch that has helped countless men and women re-enter workforce and achieve their professional goals.
So let's talk about how to find the purpose. Just know that everyone's purpose is different and unique to them. So it's important to take the time to explore and reflect on what you really want out of your life and what are your priorities in life. And think about the kind of person you want to be. Getting honest with yourself can be the hardest thing to do. But just know when you're struggling in your life, it usually means that your life isn't aligned to your core values anymore, or you don't like what you do. So you have to be willing to stop and get honest about your own needs and boundaries. Ask yourself, is the way you're living your life right now aligning with your values? Because here's the thing, your life will suck if it is not, but I can assure you that your life will skyrocket to a whole new level when you take the time to look inside and ask yourself what truly matters to you. I know you're capable of doing the work to align your life with your values. I believe that. So find that inner spark that excites you.
Consider how you can create real impact around you in the world. What pain do you wish to solve? There's so much good you can create if you choose to put your mind to it. Don't underestimate the difference you can make in the lives of others around you. It could be a simple task by ensuring spending time with your kids, and just to be kind and help them grow as a kind and compassionate human, or a simple task of mentoring your fellow colleague or a friend. And the next step is, once you determine the kind of change you wish to create, start taking action and follow through. It's not wasting days or weeks on things that don't matter. You can make the changes. Let me share the story of Picasso. There was this lady who went to Picasso and asked him to do a specific paintwork. He took barely 5 minutes to complete the painting and charged her a huge sum. The lady felt cheated and asked Picasso, "Why should I pay such a huge sum for something which could be created in 5 minutes?" And Picasso simply explained to her that it may have taken him 5 minutes to make this art, but it took him 20 long years of organized effort and investment to get him to accomplish this. And the good news is you can begin today, right now, in this very moment.
Yeah, so it's time to be bold. And above all, choose to believe in yourself. You are fully capable of achieving incredible things. So answer these questions that we are going to walk you through. Prioritize self care activities such as exercise, meditation, or spending time with loved ones. Just know that you can pour from an empty cup. So you have to fill your cup first. As women, we are really bad in setting clear boundaries and saying no. So start setting clear boundaries around your work hours and responsibilities. Learn to say no to requests or tasks that don't align with your priorities or workload that doesn't add any value to you. Practice gratitude. I know it's a cliched word too, but it's easy to get caught up in the stress and challenges of pursuing your passion. But practicing gratitude can help you to stay positive and focused on the good things in life. And then stay flexible because pursuing your passion can involve setbacks and unexpected changes. So it's okay to be not okay and feeling a little bit of overwhelm, vulnerability, and a bit lost during the journey. But just trust the process. Ultimately, just know that finding the why behind your work and being mindful of your needs can help you feel more fulfilled, engaged, and effective in what you do while also promoting your overall well being. And remember, pursuing your purpose is a journey, not a destination. So, being mindful can help you to enjoy that journey and stay on track towards achieving your goals. So, we would really like to end with a quote by Buddha today. Each morning, we are born again. What we do today is what matters most. Thank you all for joining us and giving us your time for this mindful and purposeful presentation. Hope and we wish you the best to live a purposeful and mindful life.
Thank
I
you so
know,
much, Prerna
Margot.
and
Yeah,
Divya, for being here today. I wanted time for questions, but we've run out. There were a few, so we'll share them with you backstage after. But one of your last comments there, just to pull it out quickly, of filling your cup first and making sure we say no to things. I have 5 friends I'm going to message right after this saying, hey, remember we've talked about this, because there are so many women, I think, that face that say yes to too many things and need to practice this mindfulness in many of the ways that you explained here today. So thank you so much both for being with us here. Have a great rest of your day.
thank you. Take care.